Hello, everyone. I hope you're all having a wonderful Wednesday morning or afternoon. It's so good to be meeting you all, and I hope one day in person we meet as well. Now, before we actually move on to our main topic, that is mastering project management with Smartsheet, there's a small introduction that I would like to do about our company, that is SSPM Consultants, and about myself and about our main speaker for the day. So, SSPM Consultants is about 2.5 years old, and these are the services that we offer, which is customer onboarding, Smartsheet admin support, mergers and acquisitions, customized Smartsheet solutions, training services, and Smartsheet licenses and renewal services. Now, all these services we actually offer at a global level. All right. And about myself, so I'm Parul Paruthi. I'm Director, Program and Project Management for SSPM Consultants. And we have our main speaker for the day, that is Neha Chopine. Neha Chopine is a project manager at SSPM Consultants. She has an experience in project management, product management, and digital transformation. And she has delivered some amazing Smartsheet solutions for all our clients. So before I actually hand over the stage to Neha, I would, there's just a small information that I need from all the attendees. That is, could you please put in your domain name and also the project management tools that you've used or you've been using so far? Can you put that in the chat box, please, so that we know what are the project management tools you've been using, which domain you're from, and then that's only for our record basis. Thank you. So I'll give you about maybe 10 seconds to put that in the chat box. All right. Thank you so much. Now I'm handing over the stage to Neha. But before that, in case there's any question that you have on while the session is going on, please put that in the chat box. We would be addressing it. And obviously, we will be having a Q&A session at the end. Thank you so much. Over to you, Neha.
Arun, for the kind introduction. Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining today's webinar. I am Neha Chopne, and I'm excited to be here today to talk about Smartsheet and the way how it can revolutionize the way you're managing your projects currently, you're collaborating with your teams, and how fast you can drive your productivity. A little about myself, as Parul has already introduced, I have had 5+ years of experience so far, and I have had the privilege of using Smartsheet extensively to streamline the business processes for my clients and to ensure that their teams are staying aligned and focused on their goals. Our mission and passion at SSPM Consultant corely lies in helping organizations maximize their efficiency through better planning, collaboration, and tracking. So in case if you have any query or you're facing any challenges in your projects, please feel free to reach out to us and we would be more than happy to assist you. All right. And Smartsheet is a powerful tool that can make all of that possible for us. Okay. Now I will quickly share an agenda of what we are going to cover today. So I would be sharing a PowerPoint presentation, and as well as I would try to give you some live glimpses of Smartsheet's UI for better understanding. Okay. In the meantime, if you have any questions, concerns, please feel free to drop them in the chat box and my team will be responding. All right, now I will be sharing the presentation with you all. Before we begin with understanding what Smartsheet is all about, let's first talk about some of the current pain points our industry people are facing. Okay, so some of them we have listed here, starting from flexibility. So we know currently there are a lot of rigid processes already established in the organizations. So we find it very hard to adapt the new changes or and difficulty in handling the evolving project requirements. So flexibility is a big issue. Another one would be visibility. Since we work with a lot of teams, multiple teams, we do not have complete visibility across what they are doing, right? And we have siloed data, then sometimes delayed project updates, which results in decision making getting delayed, and so on. Moving on to resource management, of course, like the over and underutilization of your resources, then difficulty in balancing their workloads and inefficient allocation, right? And then portfolio reporting. Currently, there is no consistency in the reporting format. The leadership is getting to see the database that we have, no smart data is being presented to them. So these are the current issues which our organizations, a lot of industry people are facing right now. In case if you feel there is any other issue that you are facing in your organization, please feel free to let us know in the chat, and my in the comment section. My team would be responding to you. Now, we need to have one-stop solution for all these problems. And trust me, Smartsheet works like wonder for all these problems. So moving ahead, I would be explaining everything to you in detail. Let's move on to the next slide. And now let's understand what Smartsheet is. Before I explain to you, I think there might be some users who have used Smartsheet before. Oh, please let us know in the comment section how many of you have already used Smartsheet and how many of you are new to it. I would be explaining it in a very simple language, considering the fact that we might have some new users as well. So, Smartsheet is basically a software as service that we offer to our clients and customers. Okay. And it combines the ease of use of a spreadsheet. So, for example, in your career, I'm sure by now you might have used a lot of spreadsheets, maybe Microsoft Excel, Google Sheets, Zoho Sheets, etc. With Smartsheet, we get to use a spreadsheet, but with the power of project management tools. When I say the power of project management tools, it is designed in a way which will help our teams to plan, track, automate, and report in one unified platform. And through the advanced features, it caters all our requirements, right? It is very easy to use. The UI is super friendly. Even a new user can adapt it very quickly. You can share quick updates, real time updates with your teams, stakeholders, for example, some alert notifications, reminders, etc. Collaboration gets very easier with Smartsheet. You can keep in touch with your team member, you can collaborate with them on a daily basis, and you can track the entire record of your conversations. Reporting and dashboard. Yes, the absolute wonderful feature that Smartsheet offers us. Sometimes we do not want to show the entire raw data and we across all the teams. Hence, it provides us the facility of having reports and dashboards. So we would be covering them ahead. One more time, let's understand why Smartsheet. Solely because of its wonderful effectiveness, it is going to manage our work seamlessly. It fosters the collaboration between the teams. It organizes your data just the way you want it. It can customize workflows for us. So you just have to sit back and relax, and the automations are working in the background to meet all your requirements. Then it enhances the accountability because you can have a track record of all what's happening with your data, right from who has viewed it to what all changes have been made to it. Then you can integrate it seamlessly with any other platform as well. For example, if you're using any software internally in your organization, you can integrate it with Smartsheet. It gives you the functionality of APIs and the capability to get integrated smoothly. Yeah, so now let's deep dive into Smartsheet. Before we begin, since this is our first webinar, so this is going to be more on the introduction side of it, okay? So today we are going to cover only the three key main features, which are going to be sheets, reports, and dashboards. But in the coming times, we are going to organize more and more webinars covering the advanced features as well as premium applications of Smartsheet. And I hope you join them as well. So please stay tuned. Now let's deep dive into Smartsheet. We will begin with the sheet first, okay? So one sheet can have about 6 different views. Smartsheet gives us the variety of views named as grid, Gantt, card, calendar, timeline, and board view. Now let's see and understand each one of the views in detail. Moving on to the first view, I would be sharing my screen for making the understanding better. Just allow me a moment. All right, I hope my screen is visible to everyone now. If you can see, the first view is the grid view. Okay. By default, it is going to be the default view in Smartsheet. What does this mean? Every time you would be opening a sheet for the first time, right? This is how the grid view would be selected by default. Okay. It is great for data entry, tracking your tasks, organizing information, and so on. In the grid view, you get a variety of customizable columns and rows. You can also add attachments, links, images, comments to individual cells as well as at a row level. And also, it gives you the facility to add it on a sheet level. Filters, sorting, options, and conditional formatting are also provided. So I would be taking you to the live UI now for making it better for you to understand. Okay. All right. So if you can see, this is how a Smartsheet sheet looks like. I have some already sample data created to make you understand better. You can see this is where we can see which view has been selected. So by default, it is a grid view. We get n number of columns here, and I would show you what different types of columns Smartsheet offers us. Depending on your requirement, you can select a text number column simply, drop down list maybe in case if you have more than one option, then date column in case if you feel like recording dates, duration, contact list when you have to have an email address or name of a person, right? Checkbox columns in to ensure that whether the true or false conditions are being met or not, then symbols, auto number, and so on. These last five columns are going to be the system defined columns. For example, if you enable them in your sheet, right? If you can see, I have them created already. So the moment an entry comes to your sheet, it will record who has created it and at which date did it get created. Okay. And same goes with modified by. So for example, who has the last time who has modified it and the modified date. As you can see, we get the filtering option here as well, so that you can just filter out your data to look very simple and the relevant data you want to have a look on. Okay. Then the beautiful conditional formatting options where you can add colors to your sheet. This is very important, because sometimes just by seeing the colors, we get to know, okay, yeah, this is one where I have to focus more. For example, I will like share this priority column. I just wanted to see which one is in my high priority, and I enabled a light shade of red to, highlight it for me. Similarly, at row level, you can see we have the option of adding attachments. You can go and add comments, and all you have to do is, in case, let's say, you want to leave a comment for somebody, just use the sign and add their name, and you can add your comment, like anything. I will use this for testing purpose. The moment you hit enter, they would be receiving an email on Outlook. So they would get to know, oh yes, Neha has sent me this message. And if they wish to reply me, they can do it right from then and there from the Outlook. They don't have to log into Smartsheet and come here, which is going to save a lot of time of ours, right? This is a very useful feature. And you can do it at sheet level as well as the row levels. So for example, currently you can see row is selected here. The moment you will select sheet, you can add the conversations or attachments at sheet level as well to just have a summarized overview, right? Okay, so this is all about the grid view. Do let me know how did you like it. Let me know your thoughts on this. Now let's move on to the next view which Smartsheet offers us. Okay, the next view is going to be the Gantt view. Now, this is ideal for the project managers to plan and visualize their project timelines, okay? Because in the Gantt view, we are going to see a visual timeline view that will help us to track our project schedules. And it offers you drag and drop functionality to adjust your dates as well. You can establish certain dependencies as well. So let me take you to the UI to make it like more clearer. So what we will do, we have arrived on the UI. Now, in order to go to the Gantt view, to switch to that, I have to click on this drop down. And after that, I would be selecting this. Now you can see the moment I selected that, all my information, the data appears on the left hand side. And on the right hand side, we see a timeline view. Okay. So you can see my start date, end dates against each and every project now appears here. Okay. For example, for financial systems upgrade, I can get to know, okay, it's going to start from December and then it's ending in the month of Feb. In case if you feel like adjusting your dates accordingly, all you have to do is just drag and drop it. Maybe you can take it ahead or later as per your requirement. And you don't have to manually go to the columns and select the dates. So it saves a lot of your time and makes it very easier for us. We can also see the milestones or the interdependencies of tasks. For example, you can see the third one is dependent on second one and so on. So this is about the Gantt view. I hope you have liked it. Now let's moving on to the next view that Smartsheet offers us is going to be the card view. And this is the most beautiful view, trust me. It's a Kanban style visual board view. Okay. This is perfect for the teams who use a more visual approach to manage their workflows, tasks, and day-to-day work. Okay. The features would be you can organize all your tasks into columns, and for example, and you can categorize it, filter it, or arrange it depending on any of the columns. So it is going to allow you easy movement of cards between the columns. I would be sharing the UI. Um, so I would go and change the view to be card. Okay. So see, this is how it looks like. All the information against, the tasks have got arranged in small cards for us, making it look so simple and neatly arranged. So you can see currently I'm viewing it by status, like not started has one entry, in progress three, and so on. If you want, you can change the way you would like to view it. You can change it by category, department, anything. Okay. And let's say if for some reason you realize, no, this is not like you want the work to be started on this particular item again, all you have to do is just drag it and drop it in the IP and it will just move. That's all you have to do. So it's such a simple approach that Smartsheet has enabled for us, right? Yeah. Now let's move on to the another view that Smartsheet offers us. It is going to be the calendar view. Now, as the name suggests itself, it is going to display the tasks and dates in a calendar format. This is very much ideal for scheduling and seeing your tasks over your time, like over a time in a calendar centric format. Okay. To keep a look and an ideal approach in case if the team is working in a more, timeline basis. The beauty here is that you can sync this with external calendars as well. For example, Google Calendar, which we really use a lot in our day to day life. You can view your tasks, arranging them by maybe day, week, or month. You can track your deadlines, meetings, events, and so on. Let's go to the UI and see how calendar view looks like there. Now, I have switched the view to be calendar view, and you can see currently I have arranged it on the month basis. You can select as per your requirement. Okay. It will give you the option to enable like sync it with Google Calendar as well. And the color coding options, you can see it makes it so easier for us to understand, okay, this is going to start from when and where and so on. All right. So this is how the calendar view looks like. Now let's move on to the next view of Smartsheet, which is the timeline view. So let me tell you, timeline view and board view, these are the two views which Smartsheet has recently added. Okay. Now, the timeline view is designed in a way in which it can help the users to visualize and manage date based work on a horizontal timeline. Like when I say horizontal timeline, it's going to be a horizontal bar. Okay. It's best for planning and managing projects where you need to track your deadlines if it is coming nearer and you want to see how the tasks are aligned with each other so that you don't miss the deadline and you deliver it within the time, right? So the key features of this view would include like it displays the task as horizontal bars, showing you the start dates and the end dates. It can highlight the crucial tasks for you, and you can adjust the time scale to show, like to view the data maybe on the days basis, weeks basis, or months basis. So let's go to the UI and see how it looks like. So I would be selecting the timeline view. All right. So this is how it looks. Currently, we are viewing it as per the category. Okay, you can add certain groupings as well, or you can select any other thing that you feel like as per your requirement to view the data. So we can see, okay, this is starting when, this is ending when, and all those things just appear, beautifully. Currently, I've selected the time scale to be of month. You can change it as per your requirement. Okay. Now, let's move to the another view and the last view that Smartsheet offers to us. It is going to be the board view. Board view is somewhat similar to the card view in terms of its appearance, all right? But yes, again, it's very difficult. It's very different from what functionality it offers. So it's again a Kanban style visual board for organizing tasks in columns. Okay, this is going to be best. This is going to work best with the teams who use the agile methodology as well as the task-based workflows. You can organize your tasks into columns and categorize it, view it as per your own requirement. Here you can add comments, attachments, updates, conversations, etc. You can move your cards in between the categories and you can filter it as per your requirement, right? So let's go to the UI and see how it looks like. All right, so this is the board view. As you can see, currently I have arranged the data as per the status. If you want, I would show you, we can change it as well. I have changed the view, yeah, I have grouped it by category now, and that's how the data has got, reshuffled for us. So in case if you feel like adding a conversation, just click here. If you feel like adding an attachment, click here. In case if you feel like adding, certain details in other columns, all you have to do is just go to these three dots, click on edit data, and this kind of details panel will open for you. Okay, so that any information, like let's say if you want to enter something or modify something, you can do it right from here. All right, so I think we have covered almost all the views that Smartsheet offers us. Now let's understand some of the wide functionalities and facilities that it offers us. Okay, the view part has been completed. I hope you have understood. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Um, Now let's moving forward to activity log. Let me tell you what activity log exactly means. So this is going to show you an entire history of what all actions have been taken within your sheet. Right from who has viewed your sheet to what all changes have been made, we can keep a track of that. Okay. And it gives us some beautiful options of customized filters. So, we don't have to download the entire data and then in Excel we are applying certain filters. No, it's going to do it for us automatically. So let me tell you how you can download your activity log or how you can see your activity log. So on the right hand side, there are we can see a lot of icons, lot many icons. This is the icon which is going to give us our activity log. So just come here. Currently, since I have not applied any filter, it is showing me all the changes that have been made to my sheet, but for the selected date range. So from 12th of Feb to 19th of Feb. Let's say if you want to select some specific changes, right? I just want to see the column changes. And you want to define a different date range, maybe from 7th Feb till 19th, just hit on apply. And this is how it will show you what all column changes were made, who has made it, and the date and the time as well. Making our life so easy, right? So this is a beautiful feature that Smartsheet offers us. Now let's see another features that are there in store for us. Moving forward to another feature, project artifacts. I think this we have partially covered in the earlier slides. So you can keep all your information in one centralized place. You can upload almost any type of file, including JPG and the extensions mentioned here. You can attach content from Google Drive, Dropbox, and etc. As you can see, uh, at a time you can add up to 100 files simultaneously, and you can attach your files to individual rows or to the entire sheet as well. Okay, so although we have covered it, let's just go quickly back and see how it can be done. So you can see at row level we can add attachments, or at sheet level you can add depending on solely your requirement. Okay, same goes with the conversations. You can see an attachment has been added on row number 1, but not at row number 2. We just have a conversation added, right? So if you want to go, you can add at 2 as well. Another way, you can just click here in conversations. From here as well, you can add it. The conversations, the attachments, and so on. You can upload your file from like your system, Google Drive, OneDrive, Box, Dropbox, and so on. All right, now let's explore another beautiful feature that Smartsheet offers to us. Moving forward to the next slide, guys, this is really the most important one, and this works like magic. So let me take you to the automated workflow. We won't spend much time here on the PPT. Let's go directly to the UI, and I will explain what it is. Okay. So automation, now any activity, let's say, that you want to perform, whether you want to alert a team member when a particular condition has been met, or you want to receive some updates, approval, etc., you can do them through the automation feature of Smartsheet. Just one time you have to set it, and then it will keep running in the background for you. Okay. So when I go to automation, let's say there could be a possibility that the user is very much new to the Smartsheet. Now to help them, Smartsheet has already predefined some beautiful templates. For example, if your requirement is only to alert someone when a specific criteria is met, just click here. Okay. If you want to remind somebody, go with this template. If you want to move a row to another sheet, you can select this one. And let's say if nothing of this, you want to create a, you know, automation from scratch, then you get that option as well. So we would be creating from scratch because I have to show you what all functionalities it offers. Okay. So in order to do that, you have to click on create from scratch. All right. So the moment I do it, it's going to ask us the name that you would feel like giving to your automation. Okay. And you get different types of trigger. So what does a trigger mean? When this automation should be running. All right. So you can run it whenever any row has been added or changed to your sheet, or maybe when a particular date is reached. Let's say if I just want this automation to run once in a month, once in a week, or maybe 2 3 days a week, and so on. Okay, depends on our requirements solely. Maybe when rows are added or rows are changed. Okay, currently I'll just keep it to be rows are added or changed. Here you can define any conditions to filter out your data. For example, you want to share some data or move some data where priority is just high to another sheet, just add that condition here. Okay, I'll show you as well so that you understand it. Let's say when my priority is high, I would like to move those rows to another sheet, and I would just select this condition, and then let's see what all action it offers you. You can alert somebody whenever a specific condition has been made. You can alert them through Microsoft Teams channel, through Slack channel. You can even generate a document, then this comes the HR favorite items. You can request an update from any of the team members over an item, maybe budget updates or anything. You can also request an approval for new hirings or anything as per your requirement, right? And it will directly go to their mail once that condition gets settled here. Then you can also assign a particular task to people automatically once it lands in your sheet. You can change the cell values automatically, maybe checkboxes, statuses, certain statuses where the conditions are met. You can enter some phrases in cells and much more. You can also record a date when a particular change has been made. So, for example, let's say if my priority became high and I want to know at which date it happened, all I have to do is just add a date column and click on record a date. Okay. Then you can clear cell values as well upon meeting the criteria. You can lock your rows so that nobody can mess it up. You can unlock your rows once the condition is met. And you can move and copy rows to another sheet as well. So these are the wide range of options that Smartsheet offers us and makes our lives really easier. I hope you have liked it. Please let me know in the comment section about this. So this was about the automation feature that Smartsheet offers us. Let's move on to the next slide and explore the different functionality. Yeah, again, this works like wonder as well. Information collection using forms. So, you remember when we did not have Smartsheet in place, teams would just, in case like we feel like doing surveys, all we would do is sharing the links with people and then manually copying the data, pasting in Excel or so on. But with Smartsheet's form, you get whatnot. Let me explain you. I already have one form open here. Let's say it's a survey form, okay, and you share it with your team member. You can share it with people who do not use Smartsheet as well, who are external to Smartsheet. All they have to do, just come here, fill in the information that you need from them, and they have to hit on submit. The moment they are going to hit on submit, all the entries would arrive in your destination sheet. So, for example, I have this form linked with my portfolio intake sheet. So, the moment users would keep submitting entries there, all the entries would start coming here automatically. And I have to go nowhere to manually copy the data, paste the data, and so on. So it makes our life such like so easier, right? In form, it also gives you the option of adding attachments. The user can directly add the attachments, their comments, and everything. And you can also capture by system who has submitted it and at what time. I hope you like the feature of form. Moving forward to the next feature that Smartsheet offers us is conversations, which we have already covered before, right? That we can have an entire track record of conversation with our team members at a row or a sheet level. Now, yeah, this is the most important one, the sharing feature. Sometimes we have hierarchies in our team, like the manager and then the subordinates and so on. And you would not want to share all the raw data with them, all the team members to have complete visibility, right? So Smartsheet gives you a different range of permission settings through which you can control the permission at user level. Okay. So let me take you to the sheet to show and explain better. Let's say we are here and I want to share this sheet with any of my team member. So I have to click on share and you get two options. One, workspace where my sheet is stored, and one, whether I want to share this sheet, a single sheet with them. Okay. Workspace, let me take you to and make you understand. So this is how a workspace looks like. Okay. You can see in my simple project portfolio workspace, I have this folder where there are 4 reports, 2 sheets, and 2 dashboards, as well as another folder as well. So in case if I would click on workspace, the user I would be sharing the permission with would get like access to all my items which are present in that particular workspace. And in case if I don't want to do that, I just want to share the sheet level access, then you have to click here on the sheet. Then just go ahead and type in their name. Let's say I would be entering my team member's name, and these are the permissions that you can give them. Admin. Admin permission means the user would be able to edit, modify your data, your automations, form related things, and everything. Okay, in short. In case if you just want the user to update what all information is present in your sheet, maybe create like enter new information or modify the information, you can go with the editor options. It comes with two sets, one with share with one with cannot share. So if you give editor can share permission to somebody, they can edit the data as well as share your sheet with somebody else. In case if you don't want them to share it with anyone else, just go with the third option. In case where you want the user just to add the comments to your particular tasks, then go with the commenter, and for viewing purpose solely go with the viewer option. Okay, so in my case I want to share the admin rights with my team member. You can see notify people is checked already here. So the moment you will hit on share, right, the user is going to get an email in their Outlook, and they would be notified Neha has shared the sheet with you, and the link will also go to them through the mail. So you don't have to manually go copy the link and paste it and share it with them, right? So making your life easier again. Smartsheet knows it better. All right, now let's move to the next feature that it offers us. Reports. Yeah, as we discussed before, the two key features, reports and dashboards. So with reports, I would be explaining you in detail in UI. Let's just read out like a little introduction of this. With reports, you can fetch information from a lot of sheets, let's say multiple sheets, I would say. If you want to view data in just one platform, which is coming from multiple sheets, you can go for report. You can filter it out as per your need. You can group it better, summarize it better. So let me take you through the UI, and I think that would make you understand it better. I have already kept one sample report ready. All right. So this says completed. Here I'm only going to see the data where my status would be complete. You can see currently I have selected just one source sheet. If like your requirement is in such a way that you want to fetch data from multiple sheets, please select the multiple sheets here. You can select them from the folders, from the workspaces, or just write their name and select them. Moving forward to the columns, you can see my sheet has a lot of columns, but I just wanted to see these 16. So I just checked them. And the ones you check appears here. Okay. Then you can apply filters as per your requirement. You can see I have applied status to be one of complete and approval status is not one of declined. So these are my requirement. As per yours, you can apply a number of filters as well. It gives you this add or functionality. You can create a new filter group, and then we can do the grouping. This is the most beautiful feature, trust me, because currently you can see I have grouped it with assign to. So you can see like two of my users, how many entities do they have assigned under their name, and it gives a beautiful view, and just in one appearance we can understand. Not a data where it, a column appears with their names. No, it summarizes and groups it out for us. And the very important feature, summaries. So you remember when we work with Excel or any other spreadsheets, we have to have a lot of formulas, right? And the summary, the some formulas, maybe for count, minimum, maximum, a lot of formulas. But with Smartsheets report, you don't have to do all those heavy formulas. It gives you functionality. Just come here, select which column you want to see the sum or maybe count or maybe average, minimum, max of. Select the column name, select what you want to see against it, and click on OK. As you can see, my last three columns, I'm able to see the budget, actual, and variance, the sum of here. I could have selected any other thing as well without doing the heavy formulas. So this makes our life so easier. So this is the beauty of the report. In case if you feel like sharing our report with a user who is not using Smartsheet and who is outside of Smartsheet, you get that facility as well. So all you have to do, just go to the published report and we can share a published link with them. Okay, that will give them the viewer access, and they would be able to see our report. All right. Now moving forward to another slide, and I think this is going to be the last slide for our presentation. All right, the dashboards. So this is a centralized approach in which we can present our data in the most organized manner, and the key metrics only the valuable information, not the raw data itself. Okay. So I will take you to the UI. I have already created one dashboard, which is portfolio overview. So this is how a Smartsheets dashboard looks like. You can add your company's logo here. This is the title. Then you can see I have added some key metrics where it states, okay, these are the project numbers, these are in pending approval, these are active, and so on. You can also add like rich text information as well, in case if a user has to read the guidelines, maybe. Then you can see I have a pie chart here, which is like beautifully defining my approval statuses. This is a line chart. Then I have added a report itself in my dashboard. Then we get the option of adding links as well. So sometimes you don't have to scroll down the workspaces and search for an item. Just go to the dashboard. It will give you the link to the sheet, to the intake form, another dashboard, maybe a folder, and reports. And this is a report. If you feel like clicking on the report and getting into the detail inside of it, all you have to do, just click it and it will open it up for you. Okay. Let me tell you, like, let me show you what all option it gives us in terms of widgets. You can see metric option is there, these numbers, right? And the data is going to be dynamic, which is needless to say. For example, any changes if happens in your sheet is going to automatically reflect here. You do not have to do anything manually. Okay. Then chart, if in case if you feel like creating certain charts, you can use this option. This is shortcut, like link to commonly accessed files, URLs, and Smartsheet items, which I just showed you, right? These ones. Then report, we have added the reports, a beautiful title to your dashboard, rich text information, web content. You can also add information outside of Smartsheet, presented on the websites, like different websites here, okay, in our dashboard, and images. So this was all about dashboard. Please let me know, how did you like it? How much useful do you find it? So I think we have covered almost all the things that we decided in our agenda for today. Since this was an introductory webinar, we have met our like set agenda. Any moving, like I would be giving the control to Parul now. I hope you liked the webinar. Thanks for joining once again. Moving on to you, Parul.
Thank you so much, Neha, for the amazing session. So now for our dear participants, we will be addressing all your questions now in the session. But before that, I want to know. So Neha has talked about all the different Smartsheet features. She spoke about the forms, the collaboration, permission levels, and then, of course, about reporting and dashboarding, and about forms. So, which is the best feature you liked about Smartsheet, and you can use it best for your work? Put that in the chat box. And also let us know if you have any questions, and our team and myself will be happy to assist you. All right. And in case there's something that you want to help you want us to help you with, any problem statement that you're facing and you want us to help you with, please reach out to us at info@sspmconsultants.com. And you can also book a demo call with us. We would be really happy to assist you. So, all right. Thank you so much. We had a wonderful time. We had a wonderful session, and I hope you enjoyed the session as well. We would be sending out feedback forms, so it would be great if you can fill them out. That's for our record purpose. It'll help us do better in the next webinar as well. Thank you so much, everybody. And thank you so much, Neha.